Hello, this is Oni of the YouTube channel Anistuffs, and you're listening to Oni's Stuffs, my podcast-ish video series. This is episode 8, and this is a follow-up of episode 7, where I talked about my reactions of The Legend of Korra season 1 finale. And in this episode, I'm going to go into a deeper analysis or over-analysis of two certain aspects of that episode. Now, I actually also wrote these two down just so I don't forget what they are. So the first point is not that much, I'm not going to go into that much detail. I'm going to go into detail on the second point. So let's start on the first point. The first point is something said by the hobo and the homeless people in the sewers of the Republic City, where, Team Avatar took shelter while, Aman ruled Overland. So basically, what the hobo said, that they're all homeless and they're just living there, bender, non-bender, all treating each other equally. And, he says that he doesn't oppose what, Aman is trying to achieve. He's trying to achieve a good thing. He's trying to make everyone equal, treat each other equally. That is a very noble task, but he's going about it the wrong way. So the hobo actually make a good point, is that only the rich people in the world cause divisions among each other, but the normal people, the poor, they don't care. To them, everyone is equal. Okay? In Bengali there was a poet, Shukanto Bose, who said that, literature, literary art, stuff like that, he basically said a line in one of his poems, that Purnima Chand Jano Jhalchano Ruti, which basically means that the beautiful full moon that so many poets and literary geniuses have written about is simply like a big bread for the hungry. So yeah, basically, to the homeless, to the poor, they don't care. And yeah, I know it's kind of hypocritical because I'm talking about this in a YouTube video, but the fact of the matter is they managed to put this out, and this actually struck me after watching the episode, and I kind of thought about it in retrospect. So that is a very good point, and again, brilliant job to Konietzko and DiMartino. Okay, next, which is not that drab issue, I guess. I forgot what drab actually means, so if that's not what it means, apologies. Okay, now this is one thing that I wanted to talk about for a while. This is basically the difference between the Aman's debending normal people and Aang's debending of Fire Lord Ozai. Are they same or are they different? Now, I originally thought they were same, but later I've come to realize that they are indeed different. I'm going to explain why that is and why I thought originally they were same. Because originally I thought they were same, that somehow Aman can also energy bend, and that's why he can do that, lock it up. So which is also why I was expecting a spirit battle, because that is what would have happened if Aman actually energy bended. Then the avatar spirit of Korra will rise and fight back. Because that's also what happened in case of Fire Lord Ozai. He's not an avatar, but his spirit fought back Aang's, energy bending. So Korra would have fought back. Korra's spirit would have fought back, but it didn't. And that is where I realized that it is actually different. Aang's debending and Aman's debending are completely different things. Aang debends using energy bending to remove the person's ability of the person's spirit to connect with the natural four elements. But what Aman does is basically an extension of blood bending, and I'm also guessing is some kind of a mixture of blood bending and chi blocking. Aman basically blocks the chi of that person from accessing the elements, but his bending, or the person's bending, still remains. It's just locked away. Like, Aang in the, I think it was the season 3 of The Last Airbender, Aang's body was all, the chakras were stuck, and there was this old guru who let him release it. It's kind of like that. Like, the spirit is getting trapped inside a blood bending chi blocking mixture move, and you can't access it. But Aang can release it, the avatar can release it, because the avatar knows spirit bending, so avatar can just remove the block altogether. Now this is also explains why Korra could airbend, because here's how it happening. Korra, being an avatar, has chi flows that correspond to all 4 elements, but Korra has simply not discovered the chi flowing path for airbending. She has developed the path for waterbending, earthbending and firebending, but not airbending. So when Aman uses the bloodbend chi blocking move, he only removes the active paths that he could find, because the airbending path hasn't yet been discovered by Korra herself. Aman doesn't know that it even exists. So to Aman, he just blocked all of them. So what happens when the Korra's body has a chi, but the 3 paths that she could previously use, water, earth and fire, are blocked? There's only one path for the chi to come through, airbending, and that's why she automatically learned airbending, because that was the only way the chi was gonna flow. And I think that actually makes sense. I mean, I'm speculating here, you can clearly understand, but I think this actually makes in-universe sense. So yeah, that's what I'm saying, and that is also why Aang could release it, and she could release their powers, because I just talked about it. So that's brilliant. So Aman's chi bending is actually a blood bending plus chi blocking move, but Aang's chi bending is actually energy bending, the true form of bending. So yeah, like I said, it's overanalysis. Nobody thinks about these things, and I totally relate to that. You're not supposed to think about these things. This is way too much analysis, but I just did it, and I just wanted to get my thoughts out, because hey, that's what this series is all about. If you're watching this, then you know what to expect. It's gonna be me just rambling about crazy stuff I find interesting. So yeah, that was it. Thank you for listening, and this has been Oni of the YouTube channel Anistuffs, and you have been listening to Anistuffs, my podcast-ish video series. And till next time, see you later. Bye.